It's time for another Suffer Core. This is a demo for a pinball game that makes you mad. It came out on Steam today. It's the demo came out today, I should say. I'm gonna use the controller. It seems like they want me to use the controller because every time I touch my keyboard, it defaults to my controller. Flippers are the X button. Both flippers on the same flipper.
This is a game made to make you mad, so I suggest you press no. Although, if it's been a long day at work, I understand.
All right, you taunted me, let's do it.
World
I mean, it's already, I get the idea that it's making you mad immediately because you can't read what the text is saying.
There you are. How did you manage to get in there?
Oh.
No matter. It seems you have places to go.
Guys, my flippers are not working well enough to really shoot me anywhere. The text shouldn't be doing that. You're literally trolling.
Careful. Oh.
You're trolling.
Never mind.
Well, I think I've mastered it already. I'm sending myself left and right. And then I'm bouncing you up. I think I gotta get you up through that tiny chute right there. That's the dev in chat? Yeah. We all know. We all know it's the dev in chat, bro. Oh, I see what I gotta do there. The thing is, the dev's saying, like, why are you trusting the dev when the dev has told you that the game is a troll? The dev told you the game is a troll, and now the dev is saying the font's not supposed to look like that, and you're saying you have to believe him, he's the dev. Like, honestly, I don't know. You must love haunted houses. You must be like, man, oh, the haunted house is scary, there's monsters in there. Like, that's the level of scrutiny you're operating on right now. Just give me a second. Oh, you probably wouldn't make it through that. Let's put it that way.
You can turn into a marble. I'm not exactly sure why you would want to do that.
And we got to go a little further on that one.
Oh, what a shame.
And then lightly. Dev, don't read the chat, okay? I have to read the chat, unfortunately, and it's the worst part of the job most of the time. Oh, actually, when you play something that's, like, old, it's not a problem. Because old stuff is automatically good in the eye, because it's already been canonized. Brand new stuff, you'd have to be an idiot to read chat. Because as soon as you see something brand new, they go, wait. Is this just clearly inspired by this thing? Yeah, man. You look like your mom fucked your dad, but all of a sudden it's not fair for games to be like a little bit derivative or to wear their inspirations on their sleeves. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's 9:12 a.m. on a Monday. The game obviously shows you what it is immediately. It's not trying to obfuscate that, and you think you're like Columbo. Wait a minute, I think this might be inspired by Bennett Foddy. He's even Australian, man. For all we know, that might be Bennett Foddy. Brother, it's too early in the week for this? That's what I'm saying, it's too early in the week for you to be a hater, bro. Look at that shit right there. Holy fuck. And the worst part is you're not even a hater. You're a hater of, like, cool stuff. When it comes to Magic the Gathering X Spider-Man collabs, you're like, let people enjoy things. All of a sudden, it's let people enjoy things. Nobody says, hey, is this just Magic the Gathering meets Spider-Man? Everyone goes, oh, I'm so pissed. All the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man stuff is sold out already. Hold. Fuck, all the scalpers are driving up the price of the Magic cards that I was gonna open and put in my closet so that I could sell them later. Fuck. I see you. Oh, shit. Okay, next time.
Oh, dear.
Next time, that's fine.
Was that unfortunate?
Okay. I think you can skip flipper 1 if you had to. Okay, that's a crazy shot. That's less crazy. Oh, fuck. It's all going wrong. Can we talk about how the Yankees are frauds? That's pretty big talk for someone whose team let them score 7 runs yesterday. Guy who only looks at half of the box score. Damn, 7 runs for the Yankees. They must have dominated yesterday. They must have owned.
Back down we go. Consider it practice.
Yeah. And did you see? Wait, Did you see Amika Egbuka's incredible performance against the Seahawks pass defense, man? Guy who doesn't know anything about baseball. He's actually goated. It seems insane to me. And again, Dan just taught me what tackles and guards do in football. I previously said some stuff like the game wouldn't change at all if there were no offensive line and defensive line because all they do is cancel each other out. And I still believe that, but I'm being told that it's not that simple. I'm being told that's a reductive take. But I'll tell you one thing, if I was a safety or a cornerback, you're not catching a pass if I'm marking you. Like, it's just not going to happen. You know what the odds are of you catching the pass? The dude throwing it is throwing it from like 30 yards away, up in the air. Everybody can see where it's going. I'm just going to go to where the ball's going to land, stand in front of you a little bit, and then smash the ball out of the way so you can't catch it. Like, it's not rocket science, man. It seems insane that anybody is ever catching a pass. And I mean, especially some of the wideouts I got on my fantasy team. One of my wideouts, Jordan Addison, got suspended 3 games for being caught driving while asleep on the freeway. He also got a citation for driving 140 miles an hour. And you can't defend that guy? Like, I don't understand. How can you? It's not like we're talking about Nobel Prize winning strategists here. Just smack the ball out of the way. I don't understand the problem. All right. Look at that fucking shot, dude. How are NBA players missing free throws? Okay, to be honest, that is the thing that makes me genuinely be like the ninja tweet of how can kickers just miss kicks. Like, I get when you're kicking from far away. There's wind. Every stadium's like a little bit different. But if your job is scoring a basketball, you should not be shooting 50% from the line. That just doesn't even make sense. Hold. It also doesn't make sense that, well, like, let me say something. Is it possible that NBA centers are lazy? And they're not beating the allegations that they're just there for their height, bro. Like, Shaq, what did he shoot lifetime from the floor? You can't tell me that it's something to do with like the kinematics of being 7 feet tall that make it harder to sink a free throw. That doesn't make sense. I believe that if Shaq locked in for a summer, he could have gotten his free throw percentage to like 80. But he was like, I don't have to. I'm 7'1", 310 pounds. I literally don't have, just pass me the ball at the basket and I'll fucking dunk it in. No problem,
we've
man.
Already been down here before. Are you looking for something?
5'7" Shaq would go crazy. Cam Scatterbo. Try saying that to Shaq's face. I would happily do it, but first I need Angel Reese's phone to get in touch with him. Not her phone number, I need her phone. He has her phone number from what I heard. Hi, Owen. I don't have current day social media references, okay? I gotta go back to stuff that's like, that happened 2 years ago. Hold. You're not missing anything? Yeah, I believe that. And what do you think about the expression catawampus? I think it's a fun word. I don't use it myself. Those of you wondering what catawampus means, it's a skew.
You had it! You genuinely had it! And then you didn't. A remarkable talent.
Yeah, kitty corner kind of, but not kitty corner is more like diagonal, but I think there are situations where they have some overlap. I support like word diversity, man. Never use like a generalized word when a specific word would do the trick. Computer programmers don't listen to this, okay? But that's because computer programming is like putting together IKEA furniture, and we're talking about like creating art here. Okay, hold. A little heavy on the bounce. That's all right. We hold. Love. Oh, the backspin. I thought the backspin was gonna hold me. Huge. I like that. That's like a perfect floater. Never mind. It's an imperfect floater. Favorite idioms? I'm a big fan of, I mean, it's an idiom constructed from two idioms. It's kind of a Rickyism, it's kind of a Spoonerism. I love the straw that stirs the camel's drink. A melange of the straw that stirs the drink and the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm a big fan of the straw that stirs the camel's drink. Because the funny thing is, it's wrong, but it means the same thing as the straw that stirs the drink. It does not mean the same thing as the straw that breaks the camel's back. That's a different thing. Oh, looks like I'm a god.
Everything is green. Like you. I'm sure you've made it past the hardest part.
Beautiful. Oh, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. It goes hard. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Damn. Okay, okay.
Hey, it could have been worse.
Someone else was faster? Oh, I stole it from chat. Ah! That was a deliberate chat steal. Before crossing? A computer programmer spotted, no disrespect. Also, no disrespect to the dev who presumably programmed this. I rostered you in fantasy basketball. I think it's going to be a big year for me. Can I tell you, they're calling me, by the way. And this is not just me, this is many people. You wouldn't know them, they're too famous. But Malv started a fantasy hockey league, and they're calling me a hero. They're saying, thank you, NL, for saving the fantasy hockey league. Thank you. And you say, what did you do? I, despite being busy when the draft was going to take place, I didn't say, hey, can you 12 guys all move the draft for me? The guy who's busy at the time when the draft was originally set?
What a shame.
So I wasn't at the draft, and my team is fucked up. I do have an insane goalie tandem. I've got Connor Hellebuck, and I've got Igor Shesterkin. But, so that's great, but there's some problems. Big problem, I have no defense on my bench. Apparently, during the live draft, almost everybody kind of went hard on defense. So I have a full roster on defense, but if anybody gets injured, we're going to the waiver wire and picking up Luca Spiza. That could be devastating, man. Ooh, just a. Close. That one's not good though. That one's not good.
Did you mean to do that? Bold strategy.
We hold. That's what I fucking wanted to do. Need the Phillies to beat the Dodgers. I didn't see anything about the Phillies and Dodgers except in my Discord, somebody typed, "This is what happens to fraud Tawny when he doesn't get 11 runs of run support." And I said, "Oh shit, what happened?" And then I checked the score and the Dodgers won like 7-4. That was me. You jinxed your own team, man. I was sure they were getting blown out or something, and then it... They won, man. They won. Can more songs have dancing instructions? I respect your right to say that, but I'm a big... And it's not gatekeeping, because I'm not a good dancer and I don't like to dance. But I feel like essentially every song with instructions on how to do the dance is among the worst 5% of songs ever created. And the best of them is probably like the Hokey Pokey. And I'm still not fucking with it. Cha-Cha Slide, absolutely horrible. It might be...
A graceful fall.
I don't know if it's my least favorite song of all time. Actually, you know what? I'll give you Hot to Go. Hot to Go doesn't... She gives you a snap your hands now body roll, dance it out. It's Hot to Go. I'll give Hot to Go a pass. I like that song. Double standards, but computer programmers won't understand. I can't define a good song, but I know it when I hear it. Fuck. Clap your hands, say yeah. That's the... Well, okay. Is side one, track one named after the band? I guess it is. It's not their best song, though. Also, clapping your hands is not dancing. Except in the Cha-Cha Slide when he says, "Everybody clap your hands." Hold. Now, songs that have an iconic dance but don't tell you how to do it, I'm not going to damn them. Because Gangnam Style has an iconic dance. I guess, to be fair, I don't really speak enough Korean to know. Maybe in the second verse, he's like, "Put your hands together like you're riding a horse." I guess he could. He could be saying some shit like that, but I don't think so, because he keeps saying "yaja" at the end of every sentence, which means woman, which means female. Incel Psy. Okay, hold on. Wow! See, that's not how you want to do it there. Yeah, Oppa gaming style, exactly. Exactly.
I think we've already been down here before. Are you looking for something?
I'm sorry, Dev. Welcome to the show. You could type it as many times as you want. I'm gonna read it every time and do nothing about it. You might have thought that when your game's on the stream, all of a sudden this is not the Dan Giesling channel. You're not hopping in the Discord. Around here, you benefit from NL insanity, but you also occasionally you're a victim of NL insanity. Okay, and that's the promise. That's the NL promise. It's gonna be a little insane no matter what. Hold. I did see that they're making free refills illegal in the UK. There's a couple of things I'd like to say. One is my favorite type of politics. Solving a problem that doesn't exist, that nobody cares about, but wins you points because it's an easy thing for people who aren't smart to have an opinion on.
And then you didn't.
It's like in the whole scheme of things, it has negligible impact on literally every single citizen's life, except for the fact that they get the opportunity to argue about whether or not the law should have passed because it's so simple, which is rare oftentimes in politics. It's so simple that everybody can have an opinion on it and feels like an authoritative source while they're debating it. Secondly, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe... I don't believe there were really free refills in the UK anyway. I'm being told that Nando's maybe had them. But, you know, that's just one restaurant, even if there are like 1,500 locations. Also, Coke Zero doesn't have sugar in it. So as far as I'm concerned, Coke Zero should be exempt from the free refills ban. Also, do something about smoking, man. Like the sodas. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, oh, never mind. Good job, UK. You got that one right, for sure. It's the freest refill there is. My coffee shop gives free refills for drip coffee. It's pretty sweet. Guy who calls Denny's his coffee shop. Nah, I'm just kidding. It might be a cool place. That's making it.
Hey, it could have been worse.
My local coffee shops. Yeah, my favorite thing. Oh, my local coffee shop. It's got something totally unique. They got fun names for stuff. They got something called the Moon's Over My Hammy. It's I think it's like an Eggs Benedict. There's ham involved, I'm pretty sure. I think there's ham involved somewhere. That's Denny's. Wait, you got my local coffee shop where you are too? I will never order it because of the name. Guy who will eat at Denny's but won't order something that he feels is beneath him, which is, I mean, that's just a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Careful. Oh.
They closed every Starbucks within a 5-mile radius of me. Oh, sorry, I'm getting political already. First the sugar tax and then this. Is it because the Starbucks is near you tried to unionize? It seems to be, that seems to be the trend. They'll do some quarterly guidance that's like, oh, we're going to close some unprofitable stores. Ah, yeah, we're going to close some unprofitable ones that just, like, they just happen to not be making any money. And we'll also be opening some new ones. We'll be opening some new ones fairly close to the ones that just shut down. And it has nothing to do with the fact that, like, 6 out of the 7, wish I'd chosen different numbers now, are also the ones who have unionized. But, no big deal. They closed down like half the Starbucks in Ottawa, no idea why. I got an idea. I don't have any... without knowing the specifics of those locations and what's going on in your city, I can't confidently assert it, but definitely the ones that they announced like 7 or something were closing in Vancouver, and all but one of them were ones that had like recently unionized, which they've also done here before. We're gonna make it anyway. Here's a more likely theory. Their coffee sucks. No, but like, because their coffee is bad. That's why so many people drink it.
Did you mean
also, I don't mean to defend Starbucks at all, but it is one of the places now where you can still get a coffee that's so big that the UK is trying to make it illegal. That's the one thing I'll say about Starbucks. I go to local coffee shops now, and it's great, and the coffee's awesome. The only thing is you order like a large and then it comes out in a cup that's about that big. And that's because it's real coffee. It's not like compost runoff with brown food coloring in it, but... Hold. Austin Powers coffee. Low key though, I've always wanted one of the pitchers that he pours the shit out of. It looks so like Don Norman coated. The glass one with like the really long spout. I think coffee would hit so good poured out of one of those. That's Austin Powers 3. Yeah, you got that one. See, you're knowers, man. You were pretending not to know Austin Powers, but now you know. It's 2. I just watched it last week. Shit, you might be right. I've lost all confidence. It's 3. It's the one where he does the shadow bit. They do the shadow bit in all of them. Not this again. I can't do it again.
Back down we go.
2 is the shadow bit. They do the shadow bit in all of them. They do the shadow bit in every single one.
Fall, if nothing else.
Is 2 the one with the Irish guy? Close. That's 1. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. They're always after his Lucky Charms, he said. Shadow bit is from 2. The shadow bit is from 2 and 3. I think it might also be in 1, but it's definitely from 2 and 3. In the third one, they do it when they're in Dr. Evil's submarine. And they make it look like Mini-Me and Michael Caine have an enormous phallus. It's like a baby owed in an apple. Is 1 the one with Fat Bastard? You couldn't be more wrong. That's 2 and 3. That's 2 and 3. He's not in the first one, though. Mini-Me's in 1? Nope, Mini-Me is in 2. He's in 2 Austin Powers movies. The second and the third. Heather Graham is hot? True. True. No doubt about it. She played Felicity Shagwell. We're not being perverts. She's an actress. It's a gentleman boner situation. It's not a depraved boner situation. It's a gentleman boner situation. A distinguished
I think you've already
boner.
been down here before. Are you looking for something? Is this a new speed run strategy? Oh, you're a true pioneer.
You can't say anything to me I haven't already said to myself. I'm not really sweating the heat coming off of the dev right here. Hold. No, not quite. Have you seen So I Married an Axe Murderer? I have. Mike Myers was he was Canadian royalty when I was growing up. I feel like he kind of fell off a little bit, obviously, because he, A, hasn't done any movies, and B, did The Cat in the Hat and The Love Guru within 6 months of each other, which is a crazy cursed filmography. But yeah, So I Married an Axe Murderer, Wayne's World 1 and 2.
You had it! You genuinely had it! And then you didn't.
All right, buddy, chill out.
Remarkable talent.
Shrek? Well, not really, but again, it's like an age thing. I think if you're 2 years younger than me, you had a big Shrek phase, but I was 12 or 13 when Shrek 1 came out. Pretty good age for Shrek, although it's, in a weird way, it would actually be better to be 20 when Shrek came out. Because when you're 12 or 13, you're getting to the point where you're I want to start watching grown-up movies. I don't want to watch these kids' movies anymore. So I kind of had that attitude, but I enjoyed Shrek for sure. I remember, doing the Gingerbread Man, Muffin Man, John Lithgow shit on the DVD. But then by the time Shrek 2 came out, I was 15, 16, and I was I'm not fucking with this. I'm going to go see I Heart Huckabees instead. So that's why I missed my my Shrek phase. But I definitely think if you were like a 91 baby or something like that, you might be more of a Shrek head. First R-rated movie you saw? I honestly have no idea. It was probably when I was like 6, but I didn't have those parents that were like, yeah, you could just watch like Goodfellas, just don't bother us. But definitely my parents, and I'm very grateful for this. If there was like an R-rated drama or something that they wanted to watch and they thought that it was like not way over the line for me, they would let me watch it when I was like, 9, 10 years old. I'm trying to think. I won't say this is my first R-rated movie, but I definitely saw The Postman with Kevin Costner when my parents rented it. I feel like The Postman might have been rated R. Banger movie? I didn't really like it at like 7 or whatever, and then I was vindicated when I found out that people don't like it. PG? Should be R. I think you see Kevin Costner's cock. Maybe not. Maybe just his back. But that's why, to be honest with you, I'm stunned at the people who are like, I find it awkward to watch a sex scene with my parents. I mean, I would find it awkward to watch it with your parents. Actually, you know what? It would probably be normal to watch it with your parents. If I saw a movie in the movie theater and there was a sex scene, I don't know who the fuck's in the theater. I've never met your parents. They might be sitting behind me. I have no idea. But I don't mind seeing a sex scene in a Hollywood movie with my parents at all, man. Doesn't bother me at all. Okay, hold. Ooh. Would you watch The Substance with your parents? Yes. I guess like one more thing that I'm trying to put out here, like not to beg the question, but I'm begging you to answer this question. Why wouldn't I? I don't understand why that would be a rebellious take to watch The Substance with your parents. It's icky? Yeah, they fucking wiped my ass 3,000 times when I was a kid, man. They wiped the shit out of my ass. I probably shit on them. And I'm gonna be like, oh, the movie's a little gross. Buddy, I shit on them. I threw up on them. I shit my pants until I was like, a year and a half old or whenever the fuck I got potty trained. They can deal with it. I did not say until a year and a half ago, okay? If I shit my pants in the last year and a half, I'd clean it up myself. Send it. They were, my especially probably from like the age of 12 onwards, on Friday night, almost every weekend, we would go to Jumbo Video, which was like Canadian Blockbuster until Canada got Blockbusters, which was like 4 years before Netflix eradicated them from the surface of the earth.
Consider it.
Well, we would go to Jumbo Video and we would rent 3 movies. I would pick one, my mom would pick one, and my dad would pick one. And I would always pick like some shit that I read about online. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, it just looks good. It's not like I've read 100 reviews of Bubba Hotep or anything. I don't know, it just looks interesting. Whoa, this guy's like an Elvis guy on the cover or whatever. I have to pretend like I didn't know what I was doing for some reason. And then my mom would pick like, something maybe she saw was well reviewed on TV. She would pick something like, they're like A Beautiful Mind or something like that. And 100% of the time, my dad would be like, what do you think about this one? And it would be like some Mel Gibson cop movie. But like after Mel Gibson was canceled. And I'm like, I don't know. I think he hasn't really been in a lot of great projects lately. He's kind of, I don't know, I'm just a little pessimistic that this movie's actually going to be good, given the type of fellows that Mel Gibson's been hanging with lately. This is before he was the Secretary of Movies or whatever. Obviously, he's had a big come up since then. Plus, he was in Daddy's Home too, I think. Hold. What Women Want is an all-time rom-com? It's all right. It's not an all-time rom-com. It has an interesting concept. Maybe it is remarkable because I remember a lot about What Women Want. I remember it has the song What a Girl Wants by Christina Aguilera in it, which is a little on the nose. I remember he's fornicating with Marissa Tomei, and she's so bored that she's wondering who's on Jay Leno.
Oh, you're a true pioneer.
Which is just insane. Like, perhaps it was insulting back then, but back then people liked Jay Leno. Now people hate Jay Leno, so that scene reads like she wants him dead.
You had it! You genuinely had it! And then you didn't. Oh, remarkable talent.
People hate Jay Leno? Well, like, if you... Hate maybe is a strong word. But, like, if... Back then, he was very popular. There, you know, if you... You're joining a war. You're asking for, like, a catch-up on a war that you were not enlisted in. So don't worry about it, okay? In a world where on the air you could have chosen between Letterman, Conan, Craig Ferguson, and Jay Leno was first in the ratings. So people, they didn't treat him nicely as a result. Which was the right course of action. But now that he's like, he owes the mob a lot of money or whatever, he keeps falling down hotel easements. I got nothing against him. Hold.
Is all progress truly temporary?
You're biting my flow. Mods, make this chatter beg for their life. He screwed Conan, that's when he fell off. Guy who thinks Jay Leno was funny until he screwed over Conan O'Brien. It's not like, okay, literally, it's not your fault if you're like 30. Because you were like 8 when that shit went down or whatever.
Hey, it could have been worse.
Hold.
Huh.
I'm 27 and I remember the beef. 27, born 1998. That's crazy. You must have a good memory. You were like 8 when that makes sense, because I was like your age when the O.J. Simpson trial happened. I remember watching some of that shit on Court TV. My dad loved late night. That's just a sign of the times, man. It's just a sign of the times. I can't believe, like, my parents were watching late night too. Now that I'm like the age my parents were when they were watching late night, I was like, why the fuck are you going to bed at like 11:30 just so you can see Sandra Bullock give an interview to to Jay Leno about her new movie? That's crazy. You're sucking an hour of sleep every night just to watch ads? Oh, there's skits too. Oh, no, no, sorry, I forgot about the skits. Okay. That was fucking huge. Oh! That's looking good, man. There is no rest! They won't let me rest. Oh, no, I got no momentum. Ah!
Careful. Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's not that bad to be here. It's not that bad. That's really bad. Yeah, that's bad. How do you feel about the NHL season? It's our year, no matter what team you root for. Also, I still think, I know the problems with ice and heat. I still think we gotta do something. The fall, I'm realizing, now that I'm watching more sports, the fall is too good for sports, man.
Oh.
They need to distribute some of the sports to the rest of the year. There's hockey. Basketball starts in like 2 weeks. The NFL is a third of the way through the season. Baseball playoffs are on. The WNBA finals are on. People are watching golf, apparently. I don't really know why, but people are watching golf. They should, as much as I have to give some respect to the NHL because it's my favorite sport, or hockey's my favorite sport, and they're the big league, I still feel like it would be smart if the NHL kind of moved out of the way, man. If the NHL said, you know what? We can't compete. We lost. We lost to the NBA. They were like fairly close for a bit 30 years ago. But we lost the battle by doing absolutely nothing. Give them the fall. Give them the winter. Start NHL hockey started in February.
Did you mean to do that?
How can they do the ice sport in the summer? Because it's 2025. You're eating ice cream like in the middle of summer. All of a sudden it's impossible to just keep like a little bit of ice frozen? Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh,
we have refrigerators. Sorry, I'm not trying to do a North America versus Europe thing again. I'm not trying to do a North America versus Europe thing again, but we have the technology here in order to keep things cool even in hot weather. No ice things in the summer? Okay, sorry, popsicles are a winter food now. Popsicles are a winter food. Ice creams, winter food. Freezies are winter foods now. No. Oh, eating something cold in the summer? Are you insane? It's hot outside, man. Think about how refreshing it would be on a hot summer day to walk into an NHL stadium. Oh. Are you saying Europeans don't play hockey? No, I'm saying they have small fridges, bro. You got to keep up with the required reading from last week. The fridge that you have in your kitchen looks like the fridge that the average American has in their garage, okay? And I'm not saying anything by that, but like, it's crazy to me that after saying something like that, rather than say what you should say, which is, no, we don't, you actually play on my terms. You play on my terms and say, that's because we eat fresh food that doesn't have to go in the fucking fridge. Actually, having a worse thing is better than having a better thing. The hell are you talking about, man? At least keep up with the librarian content, man. Hold. Why would I need a big fridge? You ever see Mr. Chai City? What if you had a lady coming over? And you don't know whether she wants... And also, they've invented so many more drinks since that Mr. Chai City video came out. Back then, it was like water, maybe beer, pre-mixed cocktails, juice, and soda. Now, sparkling water, kombucha, kefir, alkaline water, and shit like that. Like Mr. Chai City's probably rocking a bigger fridge too, if I had to guess.
Hold. I think we've already been down here before. Are you looking for something?
It is a classic video. Burp. Condiments too? I'm gonna revolutionize... Fuck, I shouldn't even say this one out loud. Okay, I know that mustard and ketchup and relish don't only go on hot dogs. But it seems like we want to have hot dogs like once a year. And I'm always like, oh, we need the mustard, we need the ketchup, we need the relish. Okay? I'm buying a big bottle because they only sell it in big bottles. What if in the 12-pack, they put like those little soy sauce containers, the single-use packets of the condiments? What if they put like 3 or 4 of each condiment in the hot dog pack? So instead of buying a whole bottle when the summer starts, because you're like, we'll do a lot of barbecues, and then maybe you don't do a lot of barbecues because people are busy, they should just put the single-use ones inside of the hot dogs, man. Not in the meat itself or what's left of it, but in the wrapper. That's a damn good idea, man. More single-use items, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, bring your aluminum reusable mustard holster to the mustard brewery, and you can get a growler fill. Hey, can I get a pint of mustard? No, I brought my own. And then they always do the fucking... They do the smell test to see if you're a complete degen. Yeah, can I get some of the stone ground mustard in my aluminum mustard holder? Fucking virtue signaler. You're buying hot dogs, bro. What are you talking about plastic? You're eating plastic. Insanity. Do you get frustrated at this game anymore? No. No. I think I don't know. Maybe it's anhedonia. Nah, football's still pretty sick. I think I'm just enlightened, maybe. Okay, hold. I will say, you know what I saw for the first time in a long time? Speaking of slightly more environmentally friendly solutions that are way grosser than the environmentally destructive option. The bathroom with the paper towel that isn't paper towel. It's one towel that just spins around. So like you dry your hands on it and then you pull it and the dampness that you dried on gets sucked into the machine somewhere. Who knows what the fuck happens to it? And then like a fresh pre-damped towel gets spat out. The perpetual towel, man. I thought it didn't exist. I thought maybe it would be like a health code violation or something, but there's one place. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to put them on blast, but there's one place. That still has it. And everyone type what restaurant. Someone in Vancouver is going to know what it is. They're going to say, OMG, I was just there. And I couldn't believe it either. It wasn't Denny's, unfortunately. I haven't been to the Denny's on Granville. Nah, it can't be a Tim Hortons. All the paper towel dispensers have been stolen over the years. Devious licks. Also, librarian, are you here? You don't have to respond with like an essay. You can just give me like a proof of life. I have a sad miniature anecdote for you. Proof of life. Pee pee poo poo. There you go. I'm taking Sing Sing off the NL recommended Vancouver restaurants list. I don't know if someone's been keeping up on the database. I'm taking Sing Sing off. This is the third time I've been. First 2 times were really good. This time, my pho was really good still. Kate's was not good. I think they fucked up the broth. It had no flavor. Service was really bad. Took us 15 minutes to get our order taken to begin with. And also, I ordered a Diet Coke and it never showed up. It's, and it was loud. I don't know, like, I feel like the restaurant was designed to be loud. Like, it's all hard surfaces and the ceilings are like 30 feet up in the air. So as soon as you walk in, it was like being on the inside of a drum. I was like, nah, it's too much, man. It's too much. Why didn't you just tell them about the Diet Coke? Well, A, that would require us to have had a server that ever came to our table. And they were busy, don't get me wrong, but like, just like, I don't know, that's not my problem that your restaurant's popular. Hire another server. It's literally, this is not my business at all, to be honest with you, whether or not you're I'm happy for you. You're so busy, you're making a lot of money, you should be able to hire one more server. But also, I kind of go, when I don't get something like that at a restaurant, I kind of, I go Milton mode. Rather than solve the problem, I go full on, like, well, I guess I'll just never come here again. Maybe it's not the healthiest option, but...
Careful! Oh, never mind.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll just pout a little bit and then I'll go. I mean, it's basically on the Michelin mile, man. There's plenty of... An and Chi didn't forget anything. If they ever do, they're dead to me. But An and Chi didn't forget anything. Hold. I did not say I would burn the restaurant down. I'm a Lyft driver. I'd rather one-star a bad rider after they're out than tell them they're annoying me. 100%. Now, I'm not gonna give Sing Sing a 1 star. That's disingenuous. All I said is I'm removing it from my recommended list, which may or may not even exist, but you know what that means. I'm not saying don't go to that restaurant. I'm saying don't go to that restaurant if you expect to get the drinks you ordered.
Did you mean to do that? Bold strategy.
I will say, so by the way, as a Lyft driver, one second. I'm taking your side, even though it might sound like I'm not. That's at the first blush here. Anybody who's taken Lyft or Uber has probably had an insane Uber or Lyft driver. Driving like they want to get in a car accident, scrolling through YouTube shorts the entire time. A very common archetype is guy who asks how you're doing today, just so that he can somehow find a pretense to tell you about his conspiracy theory about either aliens or like QAnon or something like that. And that's not just an Uber thing, like that existed with taxis as well. Like taxi drivers have to have the highest incidence rate of believing that there are like aliens walking among us of any profession on the planet. But it's so much easier to be a bad Uber driver than it is to be a bad Uber passenger, man. Like as an Uber driver, you're driving. Like you control your own driving, but you don't control like the traffic. You don't control how long it's going to take you to get there. You don't control the other drivers. But like how do you have a bad experience as a passenger? I guess like me throwing up in the back of the Uber probably got us a 1 star, but I'm sitting on 4.93. I'm sitting on 4.93 because that was on Apollo's. That's right. That's funny. Isn't it the rider's fault for agreeing with the driver's delusion? I'm just trying to get to my ear flushing appointment, man. I'm not trying to start a fight with the guy who's driving at like 80 kilometers an hour and could just kill both of us if he gets pissed off. I don't know what the fuck the dude's on. Like, I'm just trying to get to the hearing clinic, man. I'm not trying to make an enemy of the person who has my life in their hands. Okay, hold. It's kind of nice. nice, honestly. The music, I mean. Airplane or train? I'm so, like, I can see right through you. You're mad about the fridge thing. You're European. I'm gonna say train because literally you're asking me, like, what's a bigger number, 5 or 1? And then you're gonna be like, well, why doesn't your country have them? Okay, so I've already pre-moved you, so can you just apologize for being so transparent about it? No one would ever say airplane versus train if it was apples to apples. The thing is, would I rather take a train from Vancouver to fucking London, or would I rather take an airplane? I would rather take a plane that takes 10 hours than take a train that takes like 47 hours or something. So like, there's different strokes for different folks, man. With you on the meat strokes and me on the bang bus, there's advantages to each. Okay, hold. They don't get it. Pre-chat had a lot of LCD sound system heads. More Imagine Dragons fans here. So by the way, my kid has been listening to a lot of this artist called Bongo Cat, who I'm pretty sure is they just do AI generated cat like meow versions of popular songs. So they'll take like, you know, How It's Done by K-pop Demon Hunters and then make it like meow, 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 meow. And it's all right because she's 5. Like, it's not like it's depriving her of listening to like Radiohead or whatever. But there's one problem. One of the songs is Enemy by Imagine Dragons, but I genuinely only know the Germa words. So she is now singing it Germa style, because I don't know the real words to the song. So she's, every time it comes on, she's going, every single person is my enemy. Every single person wants to be my enemy. That's so good. I only realized it once it was too late, because their brains are so spongy that it's like, as soon as you say it, it's in there. Are those not the actual lyrics? I don't think so. I think those are the Germa lyrics, man. Isn't the real lyrics like everybody wants to be my enemy? And Germas are like, every single person wants to be my enemy. Ooh, the treachery. Anyway. It's Germa's song now? Can't disagree with that. You see, they made it illegal to get free refills in the UK? First I've heard of it, honestly. First I've heard of it. What's on the recommended Vancouver list? I can't answer that, because if I answer that, restaurants are going to start for getting more Diet Cokes. I want them to stay on their toes. I know there's a lot of big-time Vancouver restaurateurs watching this right now that are like, please say my restaurant so we can make our service a little bit worse. Nice try, bud. Not gonna happen. If I lock in, we can actually do this. I'm gonna lock in right now. I'm not gonna say anything, I'm gonna lock in. That was really close. At first you didn't believe, I probably made it long enough for you to believe. For you to start believing. 1 hour and he's locking in? When do you start locking in at work? I'm sure as shit, on average, 10 a.m. Monday morning is going to be a little bit early. A little bit early. Especially if you're from Europe. Don't they get like the whole summer off? A little jealous, honestly. Well, look who's talking, I guess. Don't want to make any enemies with Thanksgiving coming up next Monday. Okay, hold. Next time. Next time.
You had it! You genuinely had it! And then you didn't.
Perceived aura loss for grown man riding on the back of a shopping cart. I'm all for whimsy, but yes. If you're out of college, there's aura loss for being a grown man riding on the back of a shopping cart. I wish there wasn't because it is fun, but there is. And I mean, here's the thing: you can do it. There's just aura loss. If you have enough aura, you can tank the aura loss. If you're kind of aura deficient, you might want to think twice. I didn't say having fun is illegal. I said there's a price to pay, and the price is you lose a little bit of aura. What about if you're a woman? This bit is going to sound misogynist until you realize that actually it's a bit from a lens of feminism. It's more aura loss for a woman to ride on the shopping cart. And the reason is society hates silly women even more than silly men. And if you're going to say that's ridiculous, all I need to do is point to Exhibit A, Kelsey Plum eating popcorn at that NBA game. They wanted her dead, man. She was having threats on her life just for eating the popcorn funny and then going... You're wrong, Zoe Deschanel. Are you a time-traveling Redditor from like 2009, man? What are you talking about, Zoe Deschanel, bro? 500 Days of Summer came out like 17 years ago. This is like Dan's chat. Anytime they see something they don't like, they're like, that looks like a guy who drinks only IPAs. It's like they're still fighting the last war, man. That war ended like 7-8 years ago. You're in danger of anchoring your experience on a culture that no longer exists, man. Hold. IPAs are in full swing on the East Coast. Well, you know, that's your fault for living there. They always get things like, especially cultural trends. The only thing they get before us is the sun. Otherwise, they're biting our flow.
Oh, never mind.
People in the East Coast, dude, have you ever had a double IPA? Yeah, in like 1906, bro. As an East Coaster, all my friends hate IPAs. I don't mind if you hate IPAs. What I think is silly is if part of the reason you hate IPAs is because you have the perception that everybody else loves them, or that people only love them to seem cool. Which is like, if that was ever valid, it was valid for like a year between 2017 and 2018. Which is why it's like the same thing whenever you see someone in Twitch chat call someone else a hipster, and you're like, you're still fighting the hipster thing? Are you still saying stuff like only 90s kids will get this? Are you like, these are antediluvian internet fodder for flame wars, man. This is like that battle's been over for a long time. Okay, that's where we want to stay. Who won? Nobody won. It's like the end of the Matrix. Who won? The Neo or the machines? Well, they stopped the assault on Zion, so obviously man won. But the machines also got Neo to fucking stop. So obviously the machines won. Same thing. Did the hipsters win? No, man, the hipsters didn't win. But did the normies win? No, because now they're all dressing like hipsters. There's an amalgamation that has taken place. Now everybody's wearing flannel, and all the people who were making fun of mustaches have a little bit of a mustache going on. Same as it ever was, man.
Oh dear, that was unfortunate.
Maybe next time. Fedora stays timeless. Low key, we need more hats for men. I know I touched on this last week, but I'm doubling down on it this week because we need a solution. We need more hats for men. The only acceptable hats for men that don't get made fun of are baseball hats and toques, aka beanies. But the thing is, I can wear a baseball hat, but I can't wear a beanie. A beanie makes me look like Joe Pesci from Home Alone. So I would love to throw another couple of types of hat into the mix just for like fashion choices, but they all have a certain, they're viewed through a cultural lens, let's put it that way. Fedora is just like, someone way cooler than me has to kickstart the fedora train if fedoras are ever going to come back. I can't be number one. And then the British Peaky Blinders cap is like, it might actually be, if I may say so, this is a bold statement, it might actually be lower on the totem pole than the fedora right now. Because at least the fedora is so obviously washed that wearing it is like almost ironic. It's almost like you can't possibly know that it's cool. So as a result, you're wearing it in a self-aware fashion. Whereas the Peaky Blinders hat or like the British cabbie hat is like, there's a chance that you might be like, this is awesome, which is more cringe. Okay, hold. But then what are the other hats, man? Big like fluffy de-luffy straw hat? I don't know.
I think we've already been down here before. Are you looking for something?
Tricorn hat? Imagine. No, not until the trade war is over. Top hat. There's got to be something. There's got to be something, man. Yeah, true bucket hats are kind of back. Well, not kind of. They're back, but I kind of look silly wearing them, I guess. I need to be the type of guy who stands on a white veranda wearing a necktie and a Panama hat. You know what I'm talking about, Yeti? I need to be the type of motherfucker whose passport shows a face from another time and place. I look nothing like that. You know what I'm talking about, Yeti? Type of fella for whom all the memories of the recent past are scattered in the wild wind. Know what I'm talking about? She does smile and turn the other way. He does, man. Yeti died, bro? Yeti did not die. We buried the hatchet. I buried the hatchet with Yeti. Damn, hard hat would be kind of sick. I'm not wearing the conical hat you're suggesting. It's kind of, listen, I'm not fully up on the nuance of the conical hat. You know the one I'm talking about? But it is crazy to me that like at Epcot, people are wearing that hat. I know they sell it in the China pavilion at Epcot, but I kind of can't believe that people are buying it and wearing it at Epcot. Oh, thank you, Pope John Paul III. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's not for me to say whether or not it's okay for a guy like me to wear that hat. I just don't feel comfortable doing it.
Had it, and then you didn't. Oh, remarkable.
Wait and see how like Justin Trudeau shakes out on that one, and then maybe he leads, I follow, man. He leads, I follow.
Is all progress truly temporary?
I know I'm acid. This A, the dev stopped posting in chat, and B, I'm getting like the same voice lines over and over and over. Oh man. They're like, we really expected that either you would have won or quit by now. Yeah, well, I'm kind of a one of one, to be honest with you. It's huge. The dev is back. I was at a free, wait. I was at a free bluegrass festival in San Francisco. That was the message I saw. Can you retype the message, please? Can you retype the message? I know about that festival. That was the one that was a tribute to Emmylou Harris, right? Which made me then Google, is Emmylou Harris dead? And she is alive. You'd be surprised how many 70 plus white people were fucking with the conical hat. They were wearing the China Epcot hat at the Bluegrass Festival? That doesn't even seem like thematically appropriate. I don't know.
Hey, it could have been worse.
It's a good hat? I just don't think I've ever seen the hat outside of like a theme park or like a souvenir shop in Times Square. But Chinese music in the fucking banyan trees? I can understand that. Angular banjos sound good to me. You know what I'm talking about? We should listen to that on. We should just fucking put on track 2 and close our eyes for 8.5 minutes. Imagine if you watched NL stream and it was just It's that long? We ain't fucking with the Asia radio edit. We're listening to the shit that they put in the studio, man.
Careful. Oh, never mind.
Can you lock in? I'm locking in. Here you go. Careful what you wish for. Watch out, Shroud. Practice run. We go again. That was fucking perfect. This one's a little scary. I'm doing a paper on Mesopotamian fear divination right now. Does it ever bum you out that, like, no matter how learned you get about that subset of history, like one random dude from Babylon would mog you severely? That's one of the reasons I couldn't study history, is there was never a chance. Like, the best you could possibly hope for is being like a below average knower of history as compared to someone who lived through it. Or is that an ignorant view of history? You could teach me some shit about history. They already got me off the William Shirer teat and put me onto that Rich Evans shit, man. Now I don't know shit about the rise and fall of the Third Reich, but I got a lot of strong opinions about Star Wars.
What a shame.
When all my dying dancing is through, I'll run. I need a fucking musical stinger, man. I need a musical stinger for
Did you mean to do that?
I get the soundboard now. I get it. Here at the Dude Ranch, above this. I don't know why he's so scared. Above the sea. Do 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 doom chicka doom pa. I'm being radicalized into a type A chatter. It's Pinball, Billy Mitchell. Chill out. Go have some hot sauce. Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude. He just wants what's best for you. I met Billy Zane once, pre-bald or post-bald. Post-bald. That's sick. You're living my dream. Fuck you.
Back down we go. Consider it practice.
Billy Corgan, top 5 Billy of all time. Billy Corgan's he's an unusual fella, I think. You know what was great for me? Was getting back into Siamese Dream, which is genuinely one of the, if not the best, one of my favorite rock albums of all time. And being like, this album's so good, but Disarm is so fucking bad. And then realizing that I'm not the first person who's ever thought that. And anybody over the age of like 15 who writes about the album is like, it's insanely good, but what the fuck was he doing on Disarm? I used to be a little boy. Disarm is great. Dun, dun, with the fucking church bells and shit? No, man. Hummer is fucking great. Rocket is great. Mayonnaise is great. The song, not the condiment. The condiment's got its place too. Cherub Rock is it might be a top 25 song of all time. It's one of the 500 songs in my top 25. Fuck you! Huge. Got overplayed for me because of Guitar Hero 3. Skill difference, I played it a lot in Guitar Hero 3. I played it even more in Rock Band, and I listen to it even more now at 36 years old. Skill difference. I'm a better Smashing Pumpkins listener than you.
Nothing else?
Or at least that song. You fuck with Sloan? I do fuck with Sloan. And if I didn't fuck with Sloan, and then I heard Underwhelmed from 1992. And I said, wait a minute, Sloan used to make good songs? They didn't just always make, like, if it feels good, do it, even if you shouldn't? And then because of Underwhelmed, I was like, maybe I'll give the rest of the Sloan discography a chance. And I found a lot of stuff I actually liked, man. Like, if it feels good, do it. Hold. Are you mad? £3.50. Are you mad? British TV be like, are you all right? Cheers. Keep the telly dial turned to, it's 8:30. You're watching Sue. Keep the telly dial turned to channel 4 HD. It's 8:30 and you're watching Sue. Don't rattle the telly dial. You mean Lorraine? Yeah, but I have to, you know, parody it by choosing a different name. Now, to be fair, a lot of American shows are also named after ladies who happen to be hosting the show, but the difference between the US and the UK is that in the US, it's an unspoken truth that nobody watches them. I've never met a real human being that watches the Drew Barrymore show or the Kelly Clarkson show or any shit like that. Roseanne, maybe, back in the day. I'll give you some Roseanne back in the day. But in the UK, I guess they missed the memo. You're not supposed to watch Lorraine. It's just supposed to, like, kind of be on when you're in a dentist's office or something like that.